We can go to the back, all the way back on
Oh.
the seat.
Okay.
Then it's gonna be easier.
There is a...
Oh no, yours is manual.
The concept of this channel is to understand story about people, because each of us have a story to tell, so people can be inspired. We are not like famous, but we did have made success in our own way, right? Share to the audience any tips, any pragmatic things that you would like to share.
Okay, perfect. First thing that comes to my mind is like the way I was raised and my education. That's part of what's made me today. And then I realized that, I don't know about you, but it's also about the challenges. It's also about the things that didn't go well that made me who I am today. For example, one of the things that made me who I am today is the fact that I used to have a really bad stutter. So I wouldn't be able to talk when I was like 6 or 7 years old. I would just point at things when I would go to a store or something like that. I would get like very bad stutter and then not be able to get my words out. So that has helped me, that has made me who I am today, because that is just a reminder of, now I got the ability to speak, now I need to use it, and I need to use it in the best way possible, and connecting to the way that I was raised through love and through spreading joy. So you know that about me, I love to joke, I love to like do silly things and stuff. So.
I mean, when I'm with you, it's like for me the space that I can share and I can do this project. So I don't know where it goes, but when we look back, imagine like it would be nice. I mean, for me it's a good memory and part of the story that we are building, right? And if we have to now talk a little bit about your professional aspect of your story, what could you share with us?
Okay, so I studied international trade or international commerce because I always knew that I wanted to work with people from different countries.
Okay, did you always foresee your path through working for a multinational, or you maybe think about a different way?
I always envisioned myself in a multinational company.
Okay, and speaking of that, how do you feel, because we are in Panama, just for the audience to know, and you are born and raised in Mexico, so how do you perceive to be like a foreigner, but you still like keep going with the things you do?
So that is actually funny to me because it's all connected to my objective. People sometimes ask me like, what did you do to work for this or that company, because they see like those very big names and they realize that it could be hard or difficult. And whenever I get that question, I just say, I just tried, I just like applied to it. And I applied a lot of times. My advice to people there would be, don't get intimidated. You probably have something that they like and are gonna choose you for that role.
Exactly.
So I would say don't give up on that if you want to do that. And coming back to your question about living abroad, I love living abroad. I love living in Panama. I feel there's something special when you get to experience something like that. In whenever you're open to live in that culture. I feel that this is part of the success that we're achieving. You realize that there's so many more things than the things that you know already, like even small things. Having like words in Spanish that mean something different here just keeps me thinking outside of the box. It reminds me that just because I do things like this in my country, it doesn't mean that it's the right way. There's so many different ways to do it, and they're all valid. Yeah.
It's 100% agree.
You can also romanticize and fantasize about what it is like living in another country. It's good. You learn from it. It's a good experience. And then you have your up and downs, as with everything. So just remind that it's not going to be super easy. It's going to be a combination of everything.
Thank you for sharing. I don't know yet what will be the format, so I don't want to extend at some point. And there is so many things that we can discuss. If we have to summarize in 3 tips, so you say to apply to opportunities, to go out of comfort zone, and what else could you share that was helpful for you that make you where you are today?
Have empathy, but also drive it towards you want to go to. And I'm not saying I'm an expert or like the best professional person ever out there, but my personal take on it.
One last question. Would you do something different to your story?
I don't think I would do something different, because in the end, every single mistake, every single success has led me to where I am today. Maybe there's like a multiverse and there's different versions of Allan that did things different. So maybe they get to experience that. To me, this is my experience. This is the one that I know and the one that I got.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm content with it. I'm happy with it. I would say I wouldn't change anything.
Thank you for being my first guest.
I love that. Oh,
Sorry, I'm sweating.
no,
It's
it's
been a
fine.
long day. You know?
Same. We're in Panama.
How would you put the title for this? As is your story?
I would choose something funny. I would put something like "See me stutter today" or "Hear me stutter" or something like that, just because it would be ironic that I'm not stuttering anymore. But that was something that led me to where I am today.
Thank you, Allan, and thank you for being there and watching. And yes, see you to the next episode.
See ya.